Welcome to Virtual Sunday School at All Souls Unitarian Church, where we love beyond belief. This Sunday, and for all of our summer Sundays, we're going to talk about being the change we would like to see in the world. One of the ways that we can be the change that we want to see in the world is by living out our peace practices. Do you remember what our peace practices are? The first one, be kind in word and deed. Number 2, respect yourself, all others, and the environment. Number 3, everyone gets to play. Now it's time to go play with Miss Elle Fowler. Time for your lesson for the day. Take it away, Elle.
Good morning, everybody. I've been singing a song in my head today, and I'm wondering if you've heard it before or if you might know the words. It goes like this. You say tomato, I say. You say potato, I say. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off. Have you heard that song before? It's such a silly song. It's an older song about people who can't agree on how to say a word or anything else. So they can't agree if it's tomato or tomato or potato or potato, so they just want to call it all off because they can't agree. And as we're thinking about differences this week, I've been thinking about what we do when we come up against something where we just don't agree or things are different. We might think different things, and we might solve problems differently or do tasks differently. And as I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about something that happened in my own life, and I want to share it with you. Do you know what this is? It's a can opener. I am 33 years old, and my whole life I thought I was opening a can with a can opener the only way to do it. This is how I learned to open a can, okay? Like this. And there it is. But after that, somebody told me recently that I've been using the can opener wrong my whole life, and that I needed to do it the right way. And they showed me what they thought the right way was to do it. And I'm not very good at it, so bear with me, but this is roughly what they told me to do. To open the can this way, you've got to tilt the can opener and use it a whole different way. So it looks like this. Ugh. Okay, so that's the right way to do it. I don't like it. My hands are used to doing it the other way, and it actually sort of hurts my hands to do it this new way. And my way works fine. So when this person was telling me I was doing it wrong, I said, well, tell me why you do it this way. I asked why. And I learned a few things. I learned that the second way keeps the lid from falling into the container. And that's true. I also learned that if you get good at it and you do it correctly, that when you remove it, there aren't sharp edges along the edge of the can. And that's true too, and that's also a good thing. Learning that there's another way to do something that has some good points reminds me of other times that's happened in my life, like opening a banana. I learned to open a banana where you hold the bottom and the stem is on top and you pull the stem back to peel the banana. And then somebody told me that the right way to do it was the way that monkeys open bananas, and that they hold the stem on the bottom and open from the top. And you have less stringy things on the banana that way, and you have a nice little holder by using the stem, and that there was a different way to open a banana. Sometimes when we find out people do things differently or think differently, it can make us want to argue and defend our own ideas or our way of thinking and want to prove that we are right. But that's not always how we learn or how we help others learn our point of view. I'm going to be honest and tell you, I still open my can the old way most of the time. I like doing it that way more, and while I understand there's another way and there's good reasons for it, and if I saw somebody opening a can that way, I'd know why, I still like the old way of opening it, and I'm just very careful about the sharp edges and not to let the lid fall in. Asking why doesn't necessarily mean that we will change how we do things or what we think or believe. But asking why allows us to open up our own understanding and to build relationships with people who have different ideas or do things differently. So I have a challenge for you this week. I want you to pick something that can be done in more than one way at home. Maybe you want to try opening a can the 2 different ways that I showed you today. Or maybe you want to try 2 different ways of making your bed, or 2 different ways of organizing your toys. Or if you enjoy cooking, maybe you want to try different ways to do something like crack open an egg or squeeze the juice out of a lemon. Maybe you could even try 2 different recipes for chocolate chip cookies. But I want you to try a few different ways of doing something, and then talk with somebody about what you learned doing that task 2 different ways. What did you like about each way you did things? For opening cans, I like the way the can opener feels in my hand for the first way. But I also like that the lid comes all the way out the second way. Try to think about what you don't like about the 2 different ways you tried it. And then, based on trying things different ways or learning about differences, will that change the way you do anything in the future? And it's okay if the answer is no, but trying to understand the differences is the important thing. When you find out that someone does something differently than you do, or that they like something you don't like, or they don't like something you do, or maybe they think things that you don't think, take a moment and ask why. Listen. Think about what they have to say. Think about what you believe or you prefer. And after you've listened, thank the person for sharing. The more we learn about one another and have conversations about our differences, the better we understand one another and can seek the truth in love together. Go and be blessed and be a blessing